back with another episode. You know who it is. It's KG Money Green. Who do I got to the left of me?
It's your boy Kieno Jones, man. You know what it is.
Who do I got to the right of me?
What's going on, y'all? It's done to connect.
And who do I got to the right of the right?
My name. Last name Jones, first name Kieno, middle name Mother. When you see, you better be like, ooh, that's Kieno motherfucking Jones the second, y'all. What's happening? We in the building with the bucket list. What's good? What's good?
Middle mother.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to work on my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Because it's I'm going through an elevated evolution right now, so I got to make sure the presentation match the imitation and what's coming out the mouth. You feel me?
I feel that. That's
trying to do that.
We got in a long time, man. Long time.
Well, shit.
All right, well, it's on Dunlap. Let's rock and roll.
I mean, yeah, so apologies if I seem a little distracted. We're trying to get some additional FaceTime as far as features are concerned for the show. But, again, this is Nino Muff Jones, you feel me? The man of the time, man of the hour.
You know who it is?
You know what I'm saying? So
God is great.
This is somebody that we wanted to bring onto the show and introduce. So why don't you go ahead and kick us off on telling the people how you were able to obtain this recognition?
Well, first and foremost, man, I want to give honor to God and really give thanks to the bucket list for being, first of all, having a platform that y'all got, because y'all really putting people on and really doing God's work. And I think that does not need to go unnoticed and recognized. So kudos to y'all. But literally, man, what you mean by that question? Because I can go like 4, 5, 10, 50, 11, 100 different ways.
I'm gonna be honest with everybody that's watching. We can talk now.
And we have talked.
We have. And those conversations really highlighted what drives you as far as what you see in others. You're a person that sees a lot of people's light and greatness, and you actively try to pull it out in terms that you can relate to others with. Right. So I basically just want you to introduce to the people, one, what that is. What do you try to put into others that you see? And then two, where did that drive come from?
Okay. So I think first and foremost, man, I think it's very important to understand and recognize that everybody that was put here for a purpose. You know what I mean? I don't care if you in the creative space, I don't care if you in the entrepreneurial space, whether you're in corporate America, everybody was literally put here to do something and represent God in their respective elements. So
true.
In simple and layman's terms, everything that I do is first and foremost to seek God's pleasure. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, once again, everybody was put here for a mission, and everybody was put here to do the things that he put us here to do, utilizing the gifts that he gave us. Now, the effed up part, I'm going to try to watch, but I told you, I'm evolving, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to watch my language.
Always.
But literally, it's so effed up what this domain and what this matrix will try to do in terms of dimming your light and trying to press what they want you all or all of us to essentially see. You know what I mean? And so everybody was put here to deliver their talents and their passions in a way that serves a specific group of people. And oftentimes people can be driven by ambition to achieve profits, when the reality is everybody was put here to establish dominion in achieving purpose. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I tell a lot of my clients all the time, profits follow purpose, not the other way around. So figure out how you can align yourself in a way to serve a specific group of people doing the thing that you do best that requires the least amount of effort. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to be that force and to be that vessel that can be used as a means of what I call guiding people to the promised land, if you will, of entrepreneurship, that's what drives me, man, because everybody literally does have a light in their own realm and respect, regardless of, it could be the littlest thing. Like, we often sometimes overlook what may come easy to us, and little do we realize that thing that comes easy to us with no effort could literally be the thing that change or save somebody else's life. So the question now becomes, okay, well, how can I use this as a means of being able to impact the biggest group of people? So just being able to help people first and foremost recognize dominion over ambition, and then utilizing the skill set of business development to help guide them down that path to essentially reach a higher level of ascension that gets them to the promised land of entrepreneurship. So, hope that answers your question, because I feel like I'm telling you, you know how we go now, that girl, we can go around 285 on this thing when you're careful.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
Forget all the time in front of us.
I'm telling you.
But no, that definitely answers my question, because that goes into what and how you operate within your business and everything of that sort. So outside of that, can you characterize what type of clients that you are trying to um, focus your attention on, and what is it that you're trying to pull out from them?
Well, so I think it's really important. So I'm actually glad that you asked that question, because from what the conversation we've had as far as with the target market, I feel like, honestly, I can speak to them right now, because believe it or not, the people that watch this are my ideal clients. I love and have a strong heart for startups. You know what I'm saying? And more importantly than having a heart for startups, is creative startups. Because of the fact that oftentimes what I've noticed with creatives is that creatives want to do better, but you don't know what you don't know. And a lot of people think that just because you have the ability to produce a product or a service, you can own or run a business that produces that product and service. And to be totally real with you, it requires two completely different concepts. It requires two completely different mindsets, two completely different thought processes, two completely different ways of moving. You know what I'm saying? And so there's a concept I often teach my startups. It's the idea is called the strategist mindset, which basically breaks down the components of how to think and look at your business as a strategist, not as a creative. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally anybody can draw a picture, but everybody doesn't understand how this picture can help solve a problem for somebody else. Anybody can bake a pie, but they don't understand what infrastructure is needed for them to be able to sell these pies at a high level. Anybody can be able to make a song, but they don't understand what it takes to actually tour in a way that is conducive to them generating revenue and leveraging the tour to actually generate additional streams of income. You know what I'm saying? So being able to work directly with startups and work with creatives in a way to be able to show them that you have the capacity to be an entrepreneur. It's not necessarily what you're doing wrong. It's about what's missing. You know what I'm saying? Just like Jordan in 92 when Phil came in and said, bro, like, you got everything that you got. We just need to make sure that we put the right pieces around you so you can have the team that's needed for you to be able to win these championships. Right. Sure enough, the man went 6 for 6, didn't he?
Yeah, that's true.
But he could not do that. He was not able to do that unless first and foremost he had a coach. For him to be able to identify what he needed to basically take him to that next level, which I tell everybody all the time, I'm the Phil Jackson to your Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So wherever you want to take this, whatever that 6-ring phase looks like, we can take it. You just let me know what you got, what you don't got, what you know, what you don't know, and we just at that point it's plugging the pieces in, putting the pieces to the puzzle. You know what I'm saying? So that's simple. Not easy, but it's simple.
Oh, well, it's definitely not easy.
But so y'all know how it is.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it takes a certain level of awareness to be able to even highlight the fact that I have to fill missing holes whether I like it or not.
100%.
And that's a part of life that even you as yourself can't control, because there's an aspect of time where your eyes will be covered. They will be blind. You're not going to be able to notice it because you just haven't gotten to that point yet where you need to be able to notice it. Honestly, when I hear that, it's more so about, okay, once you're able to notice it, what are you willing to do? Whether you 100%. Like it or not. Because you're not going to like it even though it's something that you have to do in order to get to where you want to go. 100%. And that's mostly the part that kind of the reason why I wanted to bring you onto the show, because naturally when we talk, that kind of sheds light within itself, if that makes sense. 100%. Like unintentionally within our conversations, that gets pulled out where it's like, dang, I can see where I didn't know or I couldn't articulate or visualize or understand this concept and why I was feeling this way. But because I got to this certain point and I was willing to surround myself with the individuals that actually pushed me to think at a higher level, it was like, okay, this is helping me fill the gaps it is. I don't want to do this. This is not how I typically roll, but I'm going to do it because I know I have to, and I have to settle myself down in order to do it. And then also have that accountability to say, even though I don't like doing this, I'm seeing how the gaps are getting filled, and I'm still myself. I'm still doing exactly what I love, but at the same time, I'm actually pulling in the people that are in alignment with me or can push me to my alignment. So now when I'm growing and maturing, I know for a fact that it's going in the direction of putting me closer to where I already want it to be, even though it hurts.
I was gonna say, as a businessman, like, what's some tips that you would give someone that's trying to become where you are?
Boy, where you want to go? You want to start with the spirit? You want to start with the physical realm? You want to start with finance? Where you want to take it, my boy? Cause I'm telling you, I got some game
I
to
want to
give.
start from like step one, which I always start like the mental mindset.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. First and foremost, there's this myth and there's this notion that a lot of people out here are starting businesses for money. I hope this I don't know if this camera can zoom in. Or I don't know. I know these cameras can't see me. Ladies and gentlemen, please stop starting businesses for money. Please. Let the people know profits does not equate to purpose.
Man, that's coming from everybody at this table. That's real.
Literally, starting a business is not to make money. A business was made, or a business's objective is for one of three reasons: to solve a problem, to fill a need, want, and or desire, or to supply demand. Now, a question that the first question that I usually lay out and I ask and I tell all my startup, honestly, even people that are having troubles within their business, or if I can sense that people are being driven by profits, the question I ask them to ask themselves is, how can I combine and use my talent and passions? Ooh, I got a gem I'm finna give y'all people, God. Ooh, thank you,
Well,
God.
let me go ahead and drop
I'm
it
about to
down
say,
there.
I got a gem I'm finna give them, boy. How can I combine and use my talent and passions to deliver, not create, but deliver a product or service that satisfies a market need? I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah.
How can I combine and use my talent and passions to deliver a product or service that satisfies a market need?
Right.
When you have the ability and capacity to answer that question, you are not only setting yourself up to experience your heaven on earth, but you're actually doing the work of continuing to spread God's kingdom. Because the fact is, and I don't mean to get spiritual and biblical, but F it, we finna take it though. Typically, so in the Bible, there is a guy by the name of King Solomon. I don't know if you all are aware, but King Solomon was literally the richest man that ever lived. I'm talking like $2.1 trillion, the richest man that ever lived. And basically, God came to him in his sleep at one night, and he asked him, he said, Solomon, I'm going to give you a blank check. Tell me what it is that you want. And the thing that he asked for was not health, wealth, or happiness. What he asked from God was, God, give me the knowledge, understanding, and wisdom to do the thing that you put me here to do in a way that pleases you and serves the people that you put me here to serve. The easiest way to translate that Bible, because that's in the Bible, it's Proverbs, that's First Kings somewhere, but the easiest way from an objective perspective for us to be able to answer that question in today's time and age, how can I combine and use my talents and gifts, the thing that you put me here to do, in a way to deliver a product and service, the vehicle to deliver what you put me here to do, in a way that's in a way that satisfies a market need, the people that you put me here to serve. When you can answer that question, oh, God got something for you on that other side, boy. He got something big. But the thing is, that's not a question that nobody at this table can answer in a group setting like this. That is a question that only you and our Creator can answer, and the only answers that and the only downloads that one can receive is literally predicated upon first and foremost is praying to be open to receive it, and then listening and hearing for the response that He got for you.
And doing it.
And execute it, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like literally,
You can hear it, but you gotta do
you gotta
it.
execute. About to
No
say,
Nike.
Oftentimes, a lot of people think that prayer is the work, and I think that's like the biggest myth that religion gives us as individuals, especially in the Black church. You have to not only prayer, but I think Drizzy said a lot. I'm the type to say a prayer and go get what I prayed for. You got to put the work in. Work works. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just about you saying a prayer and then going back to doing the BS that you typically did before. No, it is literally about you asking God to give you the clarity of, once again, knowledge, understanding, and wisdom, and then identifying and seeing, based off of what's around you, how resourceful you can be with the current resources you got to start your journey. Because He gonna send you everything that you need for you to be able to
At least make the
continue
first
His work.
step. And then after you make that first step, He'll give you more to
That's
continue
it.
them steps.
If you can't steward the little, how can you expect Him to bless you with the big?
Right.
Facts.
You know what I'm
One
saying?
more question, right quick. One more. Just one more. I was gonna say, from a business perspective, what sets a business apart from a competitor? Like,
Oh, easy. That's a term. I'm gonna try to keep it simple because I know we on the time strain, but value proposition. Value proposition. That's what it boils down to. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole essence of what can I do better than everybody else at this table? What can I do? Like, what is my advantage that I have that nobody else can that nobody else can deliver, that nobody else can do like how I do it? You know what I'm saying? This is where the whole essence of combining talents and passions and identifying whether we're going to deliver it through a product or service, that's where that comes into mind. You know what I'm saying? By being able to literally identify, how can I take this thing, even if there's a market or even if somebody else is already doing the thing that I'm doing, I don't have to come up with 5-10 different ways to be able to deliver this thing. I just got to do this thing better in this particular capacity than any other competitor, whether it be delivering something faster, whether it be delivering something with better customer service, whether it be through higher quality. Something I definitely think needs to be said: do not compete on price. Do not compete on price. Do not compete on price. I gotta emphasize that, because when you try to compete on price and the big boys see that you're trying to do that, because their ability to get products at such a lower margin, they can easily come in and undercut and literally drive you out of business. Because they literally have the ability to get the same product that you're selling at a lower price, to literally eventually dry you up, because they know you're not going to be sustainable because you're not making enough money to stay in business. But when you dealing with $1 billion corporation, they prepare for that. You know what I'm saying? So just being able to do things bigger, better, faster. Bigger, better, faster.
okay.
Innovation,
I was asking
man.
that more so for the audience, but you know what I'm saying? So y'all welcome.
For sure, man.
Well, with that being said, it's KG Money Green. Who do I got to the left of me?
It's your boy Kieno the Dime, man.
Who I got to the right of me?
It's done like the connect.
And then to the right of the right.
Kieno Money Man, Kieno Jones. I'm going to keep it simple for the people. I'm going to keep it simple for the people. Appreciate y'all having me on, man.
Where can they find you at?
So follow me on Instagram, all my social medias. Kieno Jones II. That's KIENOJONESTHE 2 ND. Literally, I'm gonna say it again because I know I said it fast and I know it sounds like a lot, but it's Kieno Jones II. KIENOJONESTHE 2 ND.
Sure. And with that being said, always remember you only live once, so let's make an impact now.
Peace.
God bless.